Which of these 7 wildest moments in Waste Management Open history will leave you speechless? This is your VIP pass to the loudest, wildest, and most unforgettable moments in golf. From beer showers to unexpected celebrations, these are the 7 craziest events in golf. This will change the way you see golf. We've gathered insights from Golf Digest and Golf.com to break down the most unpredictable moments at the Waste Management Open. Stay tuned, because we're bringing you the story of Tiger Woods' legendary hole-in-one, the moment that made the 16th hole what it is today. Let's start at number 7. The Shirtless Showdown, Joel Dahmen and Harry Higgs, 2022. In 2022, Joel Dahmen and Harry Higgs stepped onto the 16th hole at TPC Scottsdale, unknowingly setting the stage for complete chaos. Within minutes, fans were cheering, beer was flying, and the entire stadium was in shock. The craziness actually started the night before when a simple tweet lit up the internet. The challenge? If the post got enough shares, Higgs would take off his shirt at the 16th hole. Fans took the challenge seriously, and by Sunday morning the excitement was off the charts. When Higgs lined up his shot, the crowd wasn't just watching golf, they were waiting for the moment. And he delivered. After his swing, he lifted his shirt just enough to make the fans go wild. But Dahmen took it even further, ripping his shirt off completely and spinning it over his head like a rock star. That's when things really got out of hand. Fans started chanting for a shoey, where you drink beer from a shoe. Beer cups flew through the air. People were jumping, screaming, and celebrating like their team had just won a championship. For a few wild minutes, TPC Scottsdale wasn't a golf course, it was a party. Wild enough for you? Well, hang tight, because we're just warming up. And trust me, what happened in 1997 at the 16th hole makes this look like a casual Sunday round. At number 6, let's talk about a banned tradition we all miss: the legendary caddy race. Think the players are the only ones having fun at the Waste Management Phoenix Open? Think again. For years, the famous caddy race at the 16th hole was one of the most exciting and hilarious traditions in golf. Here's how it worked. As soon as the players hit their tee shots, their caddies would take off in a full-speed sprint to the green, racing to be the first one there. With thousands of fans cheering like it was a horse race, every sprint felt like a championship moment. The most unforgettable race, 2013. That year, caddies Brent Henley and Kip Henley turned the 16th hole into a full-on race to the finish. The second they took off, it was clear neither was holding back. The crowd went crazy as they raced side by side, pushing their speed to the limit. Then, disaster. One of them lost his balance, slipped, and hit the ground hard. But the finish was legendary. Both caddies dove toward the flag, landing flat on their stomachs in a dead tie. It was pure madness, the kind of moment that could only happen at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Sadly, the caddy race was eventually banned, but for those who saw it, it remains one of the tournament's best memories. For a few incredible years, caddies weren't just carrying bags, they were competitors, entertainers, and stars of the show. Moving on to number 5, the most emotional hole-in-one in golf history, 2011. In 2011, something special happened at the 16th hole at TPC Scottsdale. It wasn't just any hole-in-one, it was one of the most emotional moments ever seen in golf. Australian golfer Jared Lyle stepped up to the tee with his 8-iron for a 163-yard shot. With thousands of fans watching, he took a smooth swing, and then the unbelievable happened. The ball landed softly on the green, took a few bounces, and dropped straight into the hole. The crowd exploded in celebration. Lyle raised his arms in shock, his face lighting up with a huge smile as he took in the moment. But this wasn't just any ace, it was the first ever hole-in-one at the newly built stadium hole, and it was also the first of Lyle's career. But this moment meant even more. Lyle had been battling leukemia since he was 17, fighting through years of treatment while still chasing his golf dreams. Sadly, his battle continued. And in 2018, he passed away at just 36 years old. His story, however, lives on. Every year, his incredible hole-in-one is replayed as a tribute to a golfer who inspired so many, both on and off the course. At number 4, Billy Horschel versus a disruptive fan, 2024. The 2024 Waste Management Phoenix Open had everything you'd expect: wild celebrations, unbelievable golf shots, and the usual craziness at the 16th hole. But one of the biggest moments? Billy Horschel losing his patience with a disruptive fan. As Horschel got ready for an important shot, a fan in the crowd decided to start talking, loudly. This wasn't just a mistimed cheer or a quiet comment. It was a full-on, distracting conversation right in the middle of his swing setup, and Horschel wasn't having it. He turned straight to the fan and made it crystal clear, "When he's over a shot, shut up." His message couldn't have been clearer. The WM Phoenix Open is famous for being the loudest and rowdiest event in golf, where fans help create the excitement. But even at this tournament, there's a difference between bringing energy and messing up the game. Horschel made sure everyone understood where that line was. Up next at number 3, we have Tiger Woods, and the Boulder controversy. Golf has had some strange rule debates, but few are as unforgettable as Tiger Woods and the Boulder incident in 1999. While playing at TPC Scottsdale, Woods hit a shot that landed behind a huge rock, making it almost impossible to hit his next shot cleanly. According to golf rules, players can move loose impediments like twigs, pebbles, or leaves. But in this case, the loose impediment was a boulder the size of a small car. Most golfers would have just taken the penalty and moved on. But not Tiger. Instead, a group of excited fans came to help. One by one, they pushed and rolled the boulder out of his way. With a clear shot, Woods lined up and sent his ball straight onto the green. It quickly became one of the most debated rulings in golf history. Was it fair? Maybe. A genius move? Absolutely. The moment proved that Woods wasn't just a great golfer. He knew the rulebook inside and out, and knew exactly how to make it work in his favor. You think moving a boulder was a power move? Just wait until you see what Tiger did 2 years earlier, and how it set the tone for every Waste Management Open since. We are almost there. Number 2 on our list is James Hahn's viral celebration. Golfers usually keep their celebrations simple: a small fist pump, a tip of the cap. But in 2013, James Hahn broke the rules of tradition and gave fans something they'd never forget. It happened on the famous 16th hole, where anything goes. Hahn, who wasn't yet a big name, sank a birdie putt. But instead of waving to the crowd, he did something no one expected. He busted out the full Gangnam-style dance. The fans went wild. Was the dance trend already getting old by then? Sure. Did anyone care? Not at all. At the Phoenix Open, fun is the whole point, and for one brief moment, James Hahn was the star of the show. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Finally, at number 1, the shot that changed the Phoenix Open forever. Before the 16th hole at TPC Scottsdale became golf's biggest party, before the grandstands and the non-stop noise, there was Tiger Woods in 1997. At just 21 years old, Woods stepped up to the tee of the par 3 16th. Thousands of fans were watching, waiting for something big. Woods pulled out his 9-iron, took a deep breath, and swung. The ball landed just short of the hole, took a small bounce, and dropped in. Hole in one. Absolute madness. Fans jumped, beer cups flew, and the crowd erupted like it was a championship game. This wasn't just another great shot. It was the moment that turned the 16th hole into a legend. Today, the Phoenix Open is famous for its party atmosphere, but it all started with Tiger's shot in 1997, a moment that changed the tournament forever. We hope you enjoyed this wild ride through the craziest moments in Waste Management Open history. From shirtless celebrations to legendary hole-in-ones, this tournament proves that golf can be just as electrifying as any sport out there. And if you love golf's biggest moments, unbelievable shots, and behind-the-scenes stories, make sure to hit that subscribe button.